Now, before we do that, I am actually going to go ahead and get the free secret seashell from Seashell Mansion, because I have a way out of the castle courtyard now. Thanks to Reginald here. Reginald is indirectly named after former Nintendo of America president Reggie Fils-Aimé. Wish him much happiness in his retirement, and best of luck to. I mean, I know that they, it's been like half a month since this happened, but still, best of luck to Doug Bowser in his presidency at Nintendo of America. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, going up to C, I think? Yes. No. Yes? Hold on. What goes where? Right. I can actually easily... No, not really. I'm trying to think linearly, despite the fact that I can't necessarily go like straight from D to C, for example. Oh, I do have the shovel now, so I can get these seashells that are over here. Can't get that one because I need the flippers for that. Can't get in there because I need the slime key for that. There's a plane going overhead because I live like right near an airport, and that's annoying. But, you know, this whole town lives near that airport, so... Alright, so... Okay, so no point in going to Seashell Mansion now that I've just kind of screwed myself out of getting that bonus thing, but no big deal. I will get the other seashell that's in here. And, we're basically on the way to... Entrance C is where I want to go. Or entrance F, actually. Alright, so now I can take the seashell off of that, and that's just the doghouse. Entrance F. Actually, I can very easily get to entrance F. I do have to go all the way back around places, but nothing the Pegasus boots can't make easier. I'll meet you down at entrance F. While I'm here, even though I don't have the flippers, I can still get at this secret seashell here, because I can fly over the water. If Reggie will... There we go. It's very hard to get Reggie to go up and down the stairs while flying. It's like pinpoint pixel precision. But at least he can access those and not necessarily, you know, not do like with the ledges. So that's at least something. And I realized kill this Zora if he ever gets in range. I had forgotten that I was going to go to the Mad Batter, which is kind of a ways away from here. I mean, it's not a ways away, but it's a ways away to get around to where it is. So I'm not going to bother with that right this second. So while I'm here, may as well just go ahead and resume. So I'm going to see what I can do about flying over some water and all that. And getting at whatever that other cave is. Seeing what's up with that. Yeah, because I can just go up and around this way. This is C. Yes. Where else does C go? See, I know C opens up to different places. Okay, yeah, there's one entrance in Mysterious Woods. Actually, I'm gonna also mark that there is a treasure chest there. I mean, I know that I have absolutely no control over whether or not I can get to it. I actually do need the flippers there, because when you're up in the air, when you're holding Reggie, you cannot change screens while you're in the air. So in places that where you absolutely have to have flippers, or where you have to swim up to go to the next screen. Can't do that with the Flying Rooster. What's in here? A couple of different ways. Now we're talking. So this is going to be N. I'm actually going to N, M, so that they're properly done. One moment, though, before I go that way, because that's a couple of different ways, and that's like a whole can of worms I don't really want to open right now. I will do in a bit, but I want to see what's up here, because there's the hen house, and there's also the bird key cave, and a secret seashell I can get. Alright, so bird key cave has a passage. Oh, this is the actual bird key cave. Ain't that some shit? Okay then, fine. Let's head up and see what has replaced the bird key. And one of those weird coincidences where, you know, a place goes where it's supposed to go. Just don't fall in the holes, because it'll... Well, actually, it'll be a lot less problematic for me, because it'll just take me out where it's normally supposed to go. That was weird. Alright, that was money I don't need. Great. Feeling a bit like, well, most randomized runs, but I'm watching Pro Jared's take on the Link to the Past, was the Link to the Past Super Metroid crossover one. There's Madame Meow Meow. She lives in the hen house. So we know where to take BowWow when we do that event. But he's been getting a lot of... at least to the point I'm at where he's uploaded. Because today is... I don't know... As of this recording, it's May 1st. But he has gotten plenty of rupees that he doesn't necessarily want. Alright, so that's another secret seashell out of the way. Now here's the question. Do I want to go west to the normal... the cave that takes you from the east side of the mountains to the west normally, across this way, or do I want to check out N? I'm going to save N, I think. I'm going to go this way. Because I can. Ooh, there's a treasure in here. Excellent. This is the graveyard cave. Oh, actually, screw it. I can just fly over there. Like, all right, I'm like getting ready the bombs and the rock's feather, and I'm like, no, just it's money. Okay. So this is going to be labeled as O. This is Pothole Field. Wonderful. Okay, so that leaves us something that we can do, and then immediately go back and do the other thing that we wanted to do. So this works out pretty well. And it will get us something that's very important. I'm happy with this. I'm very happy with this. So where's the point? I jump over here, or I fly over. I don't even have to get the frickin' Rock's Feather out, jeez. Alright, Reggie. There's the slime key. Was it Belvedere I was calling him before? Well, he's Reggie now. He's frickin' Reggie. Reggie the flying rooster. Alright. So now that we have the slime key, we can... go to... I'm going to go to... I mean, obviously I'm going to... Well... I'm going to check out N before we check out Key Cavern entrance. Damn it. Because... Seriously? orbital wobbler. Okay. Now this is getting ridiculous. Reggie. Don't do your namesake dishonorably. There. Alright. So N is the most intriguing for me because right now, because it does have two potential exits. Just get some space to grab the rooster here. Wait. But yeah. Okay, so super glad I went that way first. But now we're gonna go this way. Toward more potential progress. And there's quite a bit of potential this way. Because any one of these could be the flippers or the hook shot. I'm really more banking toward wanting the hook shot right now because, well, either one, really? I mean, either way, we're beating a dungeon. Well, I actually with the, well, I need both to beat, to completely clear out Catfish's Maw, because there's still a couple of, unique treasures in there. Actually, I'm gonna go for the main exit here first. I'll get the bombs on me, I suppose, but... Alright, this goes up here, so... that doesn't do me much good. So I'm going to go back, because there's no real point in doing the... Oh, yes, there is point in doing the Rapids Ride. But it's a one-way trip, so I'm going to go this way first. But there's definitely a point in doing the Rapids Ride, because there are 2 chests on the Rapids Ride. And I've struck pay dirt there before. I got the Angler Key on my very first seed. Oh, boy. Freaky chests. And this leads up here, so we can get a... secret seashell. And seeing as it isn't a whole complicated route of places to go, we can just, kind of go back and do the Rapids Ride. Then I'll go to the Mad Batter and get that upgrade. And then we're going to go check out see what's inside Key Cavern. The Key Cavern entrance. Okay, it's just money. At least it wasn't like a piece of heart. Because that's what triggered the garbled mess before in the last seed. Alright, let's go do the Rapids Ride. Actually, if anything, by any logic I can think of, the trendy game may be at the, what am I thinking of? The Slime Key. It's either going to be the trendy game, or it's going to be the way to get up in here, which will probably lead to the trendy game. Because we haven't seen either of the doors up here. Catfish's Maw, I know for a fact, almost never has anything good in it. We haven't been up into Bottle Grotto's entrance, or anything up here. Well, these two are just linked to Turtle Rock, like they always are. We haven't been to either of these two, because we haven't had access to them. Anyway. I keep thinking of all these different places where we could end up, and then, get disappointed when we find out that they don't lead us to where the places we need to go. And then we're sad. Alright, I'm going to save the state here just in case I mess up like a jump or something, and then we have to end up like that. Because it's not that the money that's the thing here, it's just that it's the time. Secret seashell. Because if we... The problem is, if we end up going through this and we have to come back, we have to loop all the way up around to get where we need to be. So that's why I hit up the save state there, so that you know, in case something like that happened, I wouldn't have to go all the way back around if we missed anything. Which we didn't miss much. It was just a secret seashell and some money. I mean, I don't mind having the secret seashell. Lord knows I would like to have the level 2 sword. But overall, nothing particularly super useful. But we have all that explored, so that's all well and done. Just now we have to go back all the way around to... Where was I going to do next? Mad Batter. Just to get that out of the way, I have to go all the way up to... in order to access the Mad Batter, I have to go all the way up to the Mysterious Woods, but... basically cut the time in half by taking the warp near the animal village. Well, there's another place we can... If we have the flippers, we can go in there. And at the same time... What was this needed? We needed this? We actually did need the hookshot there. You know, a lot of these places could be going... Like, a lot of these places we can go in can also be, like, exit points for other stuff, as we saw earlier, so... You know, you never know. Because on the one... It's a double-edged sword because, you know... As you can obviously play... I mean, these are just basic observations at this point, but still. It's worth noting that it's a double-edged sword because... Any place you go, it could end up being progress, like big progress. It could end up being a total bust, or it could just end up being a wash. Like it's, oh, this is just the other end of the tunnel I couldn't go through. And when it's that kind of situation, that's like the most disappointing to me. But that's just, you know, how I am. So B will lead us to the Mad Batter. So here's another thing. This is like where I don't know if it's the exact same Mad Batter room, but a Mad Batter's normally here. So let's go ahead and get the arrow capacity upgrade. Also X this off here. Arrows! And we are done there. So now, it's time to head to the Slime Key cave. So, one moment, I'm actually going to cut while we head there. Alright, we are at the Slime Key gate, and we'll open up, and then loop around and see how this can disappoint us. Because we just know that it's going to have a thing that we don't... It's going to have money. Or, like, surprise, another phone booth that I didn't account for. I don't even know how many of these are phone booths. I don't even know how many phone booths are normally in the game off the top of my head. I mean, I could look at a map and say, oh, there's this many phone booths, but at the same time, I don't know how many of those phone booths that we've gone through as possible places to go. Well, this is the camera shop, so that's just as worthless. Alright, where was there another option I had? Because I wouldn't like to think that I'm stuck, but probably am. Probably am. Alright. Well, I know that I didn't really pick up anything super new. Yeah, I did pick up the bow, but that's not going to help in dungeons. I'm fairly sure that I've done everything I can do in Dungeon 4. Well, let's kind of start looking at the dungeons here. Because at this point, there really isn't anything else I can think of I can do. Because if I look at all the entrances here, So we've got these two. I don't even know if my cursor should be showing up on the screen. But these two are just straight up linked to Castle 8. Same thing with this. This is straight up linked to Castle 6. These three don't change, but and this is always the Windfish's Egg. This is always, you know, the Mermaid Cave. This is always under the bridge. Catfish's Maw, if there's even anything useful in there, because there, like, never, ever is anything useful in there. I can't really get to without the flippers. These two I can't get to unless I can get past the Walrus. And in order to get past the Walrus, I would need to beat Castle 3. And I think the other thing, because Marin should still be here. She's there. So she's not at the beach waiting for us to go get the Angler Key. And from what I've read, the two events that normally trigger her to follow you around are beating level 3, which we've done, and the other thing was getting the honeycomb from Terran, which is part of the trading sequence, which we can't even start because we don't know where the trendy game is. I'll check, though, I'm going to check the beach. Because, like, well, I don't even know why I went in the frickin' Marin and Terran's house, because it's not even there, it's down on the beach. Because I didn't see the note, I don't know if the note is there. I didn't see the note there before. You guys can shut up. Now, if push comes to shove, and I can get past the crazy graphics, I can try getting, I can get BowWow. And BowWow can get me some access to a few things up in here. I mean, obviously one of those is a piece of heart, but the other one is the Catfish's Maw entrance, and I think that may be the way to go. Yeah, see, the note isn't even in the house, and if we go down to her spot, she's not going to be there, I don't think. She's not. Okay. So that nixes the Walrus option. We can't get up in here because we haven't found a way to get there. We haven't found the other entrances and exits near K. We don't have the flippers, so we can't go to, like, some of these areas. Or this one. So, and we haven't found a way to get to either of these two. So, and this is just the entrance that leads to that chest that we already got, so that doesn't really count. That technically links to this. So I'm gonna go for the the BowWow option here. That's pretty much like the only thing I can think of that we can do. And I know that it's gonna fuck up some graphics. It's either gonna be the Rooster's graphics are gonna be fucked up to look like garbled BowWow. I think that's usually what happens there. Or BowWow is going to look like a garbled Reggie. But either way, that's, again, the only option we have right now. So I'm going to go for it. If Bottle Grotto's entrance ends up being a bust, then I think we may be screwed. I'd like to end this with a win. I mean, I always like to end these with the win. But, like, when it comes to the the dungeons themselves, you know, we're missing several key components. I'm fairly sure that I've done everything that I can do in Angler's Tunnel. We need the flippers to complete Angler's Tunnel either way, and to get to a couple of the chests, if I remember correctly. At least a key or two. Catfish's Maw, we need the hook shot. Number 6, Face Shrine, I believe we need the hook shot. I don't think we've even done anything in no, Face Shrine, we have... Is that the max number of chests we can have in Face Shrine? I don't think we've done anything in Face Shrine yet. I'm still gonna go for BowWow, though. BowWow is a good idea. The only thing we really need BowWow for is the stuff in the swamp, in all honesty. And if push comes to shove, we can just end the event if it ends up being a bust. And then we don't have to have kids bombarding us every time we pass by the library. Because we know where Madame Meow Meow is. And hell, it'll at the very least be interesting to see what kind of terrible eldritch form BowWow decides to take when he joins us. So, pitter-patter, let's get at her. BowWow has turned into a garbled Reginald. So it's the other way around from what I had experienced before in another seed. Oh, see, now it's swapped. Oh, boy. Okay. Get a bomb. Okay, so we got BowWow. So let's head down through the warp. I'm going to head up to... Basically, my goal right now is Kapanga Swamp. Because BowWow can eat through the flowers there, gain us access to the windfishes. And I can still... Yeah, I can still lift Reggie. So we have all of the benefits of BowWow and Reggie. Just Reggie is... he put on his Missing No costume again. And then when we're done with that, if regardless of what our result is with the Bottle Grotto entrance. I didn't get any other piece of heart. No, okay. Oh, we have a picture because we stole. Regardless of what that is, afterwards we can check out. I mean, I'll still want to get rid of BowWow because this is going to be unsettling to have this for like the rest of the game, and I'm really not up for that whatsoever. But so I can end the the BowWow event and get Reggie back to normal. All right. So before we go in here, I'm just hungry, but let's go ahead and eat this big flower so we can get the piece of heart. It's been sitting there taunting us the entire time. There's a dog or something barking outside, which is wonderful. And then we can see what's in here. Okay, useful. So, this just means we're going to have to keep BowWow around a bit longer. So that we can get it back in there, because that's part of the trading sequence. Also, I can take this piece of heart away off the map. There. I forgot about Sales House of Bananas. I forgot that was a destination that we hadn't found yet. At the very least, if we go into the face shrine here, neither one of these guys are going to follow us around. But they're both still here, so it doesn't mess up anything outside.